Hi darlings, thank you so much for joining me on my channel today. And today I have another process for you here in my art journal that I am using to journal through But God for the month of June from ByTheWell4God. I am going to be journaling day 3 today. It's such a beautiful day and it really makes you reflect on God, not ourselves. It really makes you have a heart check. So I love this day. I'm going to get it down in my journal. This was day 2. If you guys have missed my intro, day 1 and day 2, I do have videos on my channel. And I want to encourage you, if you're new to my channel, I definitely want to encourage you to hit the like button and that notification bell, because I have been on a roll with videos and you definitely don't want to miss any of my videos. And so let's start on day 3. Let's dig in. This was washi taped in day 3 here. As you know, I had gone in and washi taped verse cards and journaling cards that came with the kit in the days. And so this has the verses of 1 Corinthians 1:27 through 29 that goes with day 3 that we're focusing on. So I want to use this in my journaling today, and I'll be pulling some things from my stash here that has all of the things and colors that match with the kit, the coordinating items and the main kit. So let's get to it. Let's dig in. Okay, darling. So I grabbed the Safari Park card that I thought I was going to use yesterday. This does have the verse of 1 Corinthians that I want to use. So I thought it would be great as a journaling spot. So I'm grabbing some matching die cuts. And here is my thinking process. I'm trying to think, how can I fit both of these journaling cards or big cards on this page, but still add some art to it. I knew that I wanted to add the number 3 as I've been doing so far, but I need to make sure that I have enough space for journaling. I have a couple of quotes and notes that I want to incorporate from my study time. And so I'm kind of thinking, how can I add things without taking up too much space? So I have this diagonal look, and as you can see, I'm kind of trying to see what die cuts could be used. I cut some up. That's another way you can kind of extend your die cuts, is cutting them in half, especially if they're going to be tucked under something. That way you don't, use the whole die cut. You can use the other half on another page. So I decide, let me figure out first where my number 3 is going to go. So I decided on the bottom right-hand corner, because I haven't used that position yet for my number. And so grabbing the 3, I'm going to add that to my page here. And then I wanted to add some color to the background. So there's a lot of green going on with the journaling card and also some of the tropical leaves on that journaling card or the verse card. So I grab the Distress Oxide Victorian Velvet, since I know it matches well with this kit, and I'm going to just blend some of that color into the edges. It's going to be super light, but it's just going to also frame in my page, kind of just bringing in the full page so it's not so stark white in the background. Okay, so after using my blending brush for that, I also want to say that blending brush is super cheap, is a contour makeup brush. I think it was like $4 at Big Lots. So after doing that, I wanted to also add something else into the background, some stamping. But I had to use these because in this stamp set, the actual leaves and the palms are actually outlined. And I had to use an outline because A, the 3 is also outlined, but also B, there's a lot of color on that journaling card and the verse card. So I just wanted black and white. I already have some color from that Victorian Velvet that's blended onto the background. There's no need to add even more color on top of that. So black ferns and palms and leaves, we're just going to use, they were going to work perfectly. So that's why I went with that. So I'm doing some first generation stamping and second generation stamping. And after I think I've gotten enough, I only used 2 of those palms in the background, then I reposition my cards. So here I'm still thinking about where I'm going to lay them. And I wanted to kind of tilt them a little bit to, I don't know, make it look a little bit better because I didn't want them stacked, but I ultimately actually go with the stacked look. So again, trying to see how I can fit die cuts on top of the stamping, on top of the distress blending, and all of these items are just too big. So I'm not going to have any room for journaling, but I figure out a way to kind of redeem it, even though I don't have space for journaling right now. So you'll see me kind of mess around with the die cuts, cutting some more die cuts in half, seeing if I can make it work, but it's gonna overwhelm. I love the die cut on the top right-hand corner layered over the black and white palms there. I really love that. But I don't like the space that is on the bottom with that journaling card from the Safari Park ticket. So here is when I kind of decide to move the Safari Park ticket on top and then move my verse card towards the bottom, and still trying to add more die cuts to see if they'll work. And then I start to commit. So I'm going to add this die cut here because I love the way it layers on top of the black and white palms that have been stamped in the background. And then I'm going to add this to the bottom, but right when I was about to add it, I changed my mind. I say, let me add some more teal to the back of here. This is gonna connect it to that Safari Park, just a little border of the teal. So I grab my cutter and I cut those down. So this is gonna create a border, but now I can also make this a flip up. So you see how that connects because it has a bit of that teal border that matches the Safari Park ticket. Now I just grabbed some washi and I'm going to use 2 different washies here to create that effect. So I use a washi that I used to sell in my shop, and I'm gonna use that at the top here. I love it because it looks like a little washi color strap. I mean color swatch. I use that on the top there, and then I'm gonna use this other washi under it, which is a white and pink polka dot washi, super light, and that's going to create my hinge. I love creating tip-ins like that. So then I can add my journaling and my title under the verse card. So the Safari Park gets adhered down. I circle the verse that I'm going to place my observations for there, and then I can start working on my title. So my title is going to start off with "But God." This is the little stamp words from the main kit. I know I said that a couple of times, but just in case you're new to these process videos for this kit. And then now I'm going to grab some of the alphas. Again, I end up using the white sticker alpha that came with the kit that has that beautiful pattern. And I'm going to spell out the word chooses. In this verse in 1 Corinthians, we talk about how God chooses the weak to shame the strong, from the foolish to shame the intelligent. And ultimately what I got from there is this does not depend on our personal intelligence, on our personal goals or strength or anything of that nature. It's ultimately God who chooses, and he does so he can shame the world, the standards of the world, and the bar that they have set that's incorrect and that are false standards for Christians. Here I pull out the tab punch that I have to create a tab. I wanted to use that towards the top to fill in some of that gap, but it looks better at the bottom. I punched that out from some of the coordinating paper that coordinates with the kit that I picked up. And then I'm going to add a little line of glue, add that to the bottom here. And that is a little tab that I can use to flip up that verse card. It also allows me to know that it's a flip up. And then I'm going to add some journaling here. So I'm going to add some journaling, the verse from Isaiah, that is the correlating verse for this section. And I'm also going to add some of my notes under there as well. Last thing I'm going to do is add my date stamp, and that wraps it up. That is it, darlings. That is how it turned out. I love it. I have this little flip here, as you guys saw, that has my title on the bottom and some extra notes from my Fire Bible and some reflections. And I'm loving this. I'm loving being able to come in here and quickly do some fun processes here in my art journal. So if you are continuing to love this, I definitely hope that you hit that like button and you subscribe and continue to just share this channel. I love that you guys are loving these process videos, and I'm loving being able to film them and to create along with you. So thank you so much for joining me each and every video, darlings. God bless. Bye.